Well, thank you for coming on, Andy. The first thing I mainly wanted to ask you would be just as a general summary so far, how would you sort of summarise the Stands' performance so far this season?
Hey, so far so good. To be honest with you, I think when me and Dean went in the summer, we had an objective is to better what Heaton had been doing in the previous few seasons, and we think so far, with the help of obviously a few new signings that have came in, we've certainly hit the ground running. The league table doesn't lie, and the cup run that we've had, it doesn't lie. So far so good. It is just a start, may I add. There's a long way to go, and there's a lot more progression that we want to see on the pitch. So yeah, as I say, so far so good.
Yeah, definitely. I think the league table obviously definitely does reflect that. You touched on the cup run. Obviously, unfortunately beaten by Eccleshill at the weekend. Do you have sort of an idea around the club of sort of what went wrong on Saturday, or where areas would be to improve, like from Saturday's game?
I think sometimes, obviously, being in the game, you can make excuses all you like. I think ultimately, we were just beaten by the better side on the day. There's no way around it. We can look at areas on the pitch where, yes, we can improve on making errors. We can improve, hopefully, the standard of refereeing, where quite clearly the goalkeeper's taken Dean Holmes outside the box, and it is a red card. And I would imagine 619 people there, whatever it was on Saturday, they're playing with 10 men and no substitute goalkeeper. I would imagine it wouldn't have been the easiest time for them. So yeah,
definitely.
But bar that, sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up, and we just got beat by the better side. To be honest with you, they're a step 5 side. That's that's our ambitions, is to get to that level, and maybe we've opened our eyes a little bit to where we need to be at, and one of them is certainly just individual errors, because we gave away a couple of sloppy goals, first minute, giving a penalty away. It doesn't really allow you a chance to get started. So unfortunately, that's just the way it was, and we move on from it. Hopefully, learn and improve.
Do you think the players will utilise Saturday's result as quite a helpful learning experience then for hopefully the next steps?
Oh, 100%. Speaking to Dean hit the nail on the head straight after the game, and sometimes you learn more when you lose than when you win. Yes, we've had a couple of good results lately, sevens and nines, and that's all well and good. But sometimes when you lose, you sort of find out a little bit more about your squad, about where we need to improve potentially, and it may have just gave us a little bit of needle to refocus. So we did it against Brighton when we lost the early doors in Towlow. Then we went on 16 or 15 unbeaten or whatever it was. So it was, hopefully we can take Saturday and we can go on another run, and we can just keep on improving.
Yeah, definitely. Just as a preview of the Newcastle game, obviously it's a bit of a top of the table clash and a bit of a 6-pointer. Do you feel like that you can take positives from the Vars defeat and take that into Saturday and come back and continue the league form that the Stand have been in?
I hope so. I think certainly for ourselves, we always try to come out on the front foot, whoever we're playing. And we've played second in the table twice now. When we played West End a few weeks ago, we beat them, and then we had to go to Billingham on the Saturday, who went into second place, and we went and won there as well in a very different game. So we're used to playing in big games at the moment, and the University are a good side. I'm going along to watch tonight. They're playing Billingham tonight, so we'll have a little look at them. Dean's going up as well, so we'll see what they're all about. Funnily enough, we had a title battle with them a couple of years ago when me and Dean were at Killingworth, and it was Killingworth and the University, and Neil Bairstow, the manager there, who we know well. So it's same again. It's funny how things change over a couple of years, and that they're a good side. So we'll see how we get on. We never go in to lose any game. We always go, as we say, on the front foot. And I think if we can get a win Saturday, it'll show good character to bounce back. But I think it'll put us in a healthy position going forwards as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think if my maths is correct, a win on Saturday would put the Stand 10 points clear at the top of the table, past Newcastle University, obviously, barring what
Yeah, I think. I mean, they play.
Easington and Sunderland West End do. Do you think?
I mean, they play tonight, the University, so that's their game in hand tonight to go to within 4 of us. So we'll see how they get on tonight, and we won't treat the game any differently, as I say. Whether they win tonight, whether they lose tonight, we'll always take it the same way. So it is a big game. If they've had a game yesterday, we know that they're playing today against a very strong Billingham side, a very physical side, and then they've got to come to us on Saturday. So it's a big 4 days for them, and physically we'll see where they're at. But as I say, we'll start off on the front foot and hopefully get the win.
Yeah, definitely. I think would you sort of say that would be the aim for the rest of the season, is to try and mainly to continue the form that you've been in so far and still stay on the front foot?
Yeah, I mean that's all you can do. We set out, as I say, at the start of the season, of a style of play in a group of lads that we wanted, and as we say, so far so good. But it's only halfway. The league's halfway through once we play the Uni on Saturday, so that's 20 games in. So we've got another 20 games to keep progressing, keep playing the front foot football that we've been doing, and we'll see where it takes us. We'll see where it takes us. Yeah,
definitely. I think that obviously the ethos of playing on the front foot and being the aggressors, I think that's clearly helped in the form so far this season. And would you say that sort of that ethos and attacking football style of play, would you say that's one of the most important things that you and Dean have brought in?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've been around the league as players as well. And first and foremost, it's a hard league. You do also have to be quite adaptable. You've got to change the way you play slightly sometimes. But all in all, being on the front foot and trying to command games and get after teams a little bit, that's how we want to play. That's how the fans certainly want us to play. I wouldn't imagine we'd be getting the gates that we were getting if we were sitting 11 men behind the ball every week and trying to win 1-0. So we've got a duty to entertain, but we've also got a duty to do what's right for every game, and which we do. And sometimes we change teams up, we change the squads up, and everything's focused on getting the 3 points, whoever we're playing. But mainly we do try to come out on the front foot, and that's the way we like to play.
Yeah, definitely. You touched on about the fans and the fan experience so far this season, which obviously I imagine has been quite enjoyable. Would you say that aspect of the club having such a tight-knit sort of fan community feel would be one of your favourite things about working with the club, or what would you say sort of is probably your favourite thing about working within the stand?
Oh, 100%. They're absolutely great. I mean, we always try to make time to speak to as many people as we can. Dino said it before. It's hard to speak to 400 people every Saturday when they're there, but we do try to show our faces, and we appreciate every single person who comes, people who we may not know, people who we may not have spoke to before previously, but we'd urge everyone to keep coming to games, because the lads really benefit from it, and it's enjoyable, as you say, when you're going out in front of 200, 300, 400, 600 as it was on Saturday. That's what you play football for, isn't it? At the end of the day, you want to impress people. You want to have that. There was a bit more of an atmosphere there on Saturday. It was a little bit louder than it has been in the past, because there was a couple of hundred more people there. But it's great, and every fan who we spoke to has been really complimentary, and that's what it's all about. It's in non-league football. It's not about Dean. It's not about me or the lads. It's about everyone. It's about getting everyone involved in the community and making it a really good place to be. So I think the fans keep coming, so that they must be happy with what's going on off the field. I appreciate the bar as well. That's a good thing, the social side of it as well. So all in all, off the field, on the field, it's all going hand in hand. And to say that for myself, that it's probably the most enjoyable part. It's a family feel. My family come along, kids, partner, sister's partner. They're there every home game. They can be there. That's what it's all about. And I didn't think she would ever come along to the football. So there must be something good about it.
Something must be going right then.
Exactly.